For thousands of years, humanity has been fed a captivating but fundamentally flawed story about the most extensively analyzed structure on Earth. Told that it was merely a static, brutal monument to a pharaoh's ego, built entirely by the crack of a whip and the blood of enslaved millions. But what if the greatest structure in human history wasn't just a tomb at all, but rather a highly calibrated, dynamic machine that mastered physics millennia before the modern era? Welcome to the ultimate architectural mystery of the Great Pyramid of Giza, a colossal engineering marvel commissioned by Pharaoh Khufu around 2600 BC that held the undisputed title of the tallest human-made structure on the planet for over 3,800 years. Looking at the sheer scale of it, the outline of this megalithic beast is staggering. Comprised of approximately 2.3 million individual stone blocks, weighing in at a mind-bending 6 million tons, stretching across a meticulously leveled 13-acre bedrock footprint that deviates by less than a single inch. Yet the most confounding feature isn't just its size. It is the almost supernatural geodetic alignment where the pyramid faces true north with an error margin of just 3 to 4 arc minutes, a staggering 1/15th of a single degree, achieved in an era completely devoid of magnetic compasses. Ancient Egyptian surveyors didn't use magnets. They used the cosmos, likely employing a vertical rod known as a gnomon to meticulously track the sun's shadow precisely on the autumnal equinox, drawing a flawless east-to-west line across the Earth, proving an unparalleled mastery of observational geometry. Yet, as we marvel at this mathematical perfection, a massive obstacle in our understanding has always clouded the narrative: the logistical nightmare of moving these mountains of stone. For centuries, the entrenched Hollywood myth dictated that legions of slaves dragged these blocks across the unforgiving desert, but a profound paradigm shift occurred in 2013 when archaeologists unearthed the Diary of Merer, the oldest inscribed papyri ever found, which completely dismantled the slave narrative by revealing a highly orchestrated, well-compensated national supply chain where skilled, seasonal workers were fed premium proteins and housed in advanced civic centers with trauma-capable medical facilities. But even with a paid workforce, the tribological physics of dragging 2.5-ton limestone blocks over loose desert sand presents an impossible friction problem, a hurdle they brilliantly overcame not with brute force, but with fluid dynamics. By pouring a meticulously calculated volume of water directly in front of the wooden transport sledges, they created micro-capillary bridges that bound the sand grains into a stiff, pavement-like surface, effectively halving the required pulling force. As we push past the blazing exterior logistics and venture deep inside the monument, the suspense tightens within the claustrophobic, anomalous internal architecture, particularly as we ascend into the king's chamber, situated near the geometric core. Here, the architects faced a terrifying vector-static nightmare. The perfectly flat ceiling is composed of 9 massive red Aswan granite beams, each weighing up to 70 tons, with millions of tons of limestone pressing down from the apex, threatening to crush the room into dust. To survive this immense vertical load, they engineered a towering, chaotic superstructure directly above the chamber, colloquially misnamed the relieving chambers, which actually function as a highly sophisticated dynamic deflection system using 5 layers of rough-hewn granite lintels, topped with a massive limestone gable to push the crushing lateral pressure vectors an extra 10 meters upward, completely bridging over the structurally vulnerable, hollow grand gallery below. Adding to the chilling mystery of the interior are 4 narrow, 8-inch shafts radiating from the chambers, long hypothesized to be architectural telescopes pointing at specific stars to guide the pharaoh's soul. Yet mathematical models of precessional drift completely shatter this theory, and modern robotic explorers like the Jedi crawler have navigated these claustrophobic ducts only to find meticulously sealed limestone doors, corroded copper pins, and delicate 4,500-year-old red ochre mason's marks, proving these were deeply symbolic, hidden pathways, not functional vents or telescopes. The narrative reaches a stunning peak when we abandon traditional archaeology for cutting-edge particle physics, specifically the ScanPyramids project, which utilized muon radiography to literally see through the megalithic stone without moving a single block, leading to the earth-shattering 2017 discovery of the Big Void. This massive, plane-sized cavity, over 30 meters long and hidden completely undetected directly above the Grand Gallery, fundamentally rewrites the thermodynamics of the pyramid's construction, finally disproving the logistical impossibility of pushing heavy blocks up a mile-long exterior straight ramp. Instead, this physical evidence aligns with the brilliant internal ramp hypothesis, suggesting the upper two-thirds of the pyramid were built from the inside out, using a spiraling 7% grade tunnel, while the soaring Grand Gallery served as a massive mechanical engine room where a giant wooden trolley loaded with stones acted as a falling counterweight to drag those 70-ton granite monoliths up the exterior via rope and pulley, with the newly discovered Big Void likely serving as a secondary counterweight chute for the highest construction levels. Ultimately, the closure of this epic saga reveals that the Great Pyramid is not an enigmatic relic of lost esoteric magic or a brute force pile of rocks, but rather an enduring matrix of mathematics, physics, and administrative genius that reflects the absolute zenith of Old Kingdom scientific application. As the world waits with bated breath for the highly anticipated robotic explorations into the Big Void, we are reminded that the true, staggering complexity of this architectural masterpiece is only just beginning to be rendered by modern science. So if you are captivated by the untold engineering secrets of our past, make sure you stay tuned to Shelter Stories, because the mysteries of the ancients are far from fully decoded.